Hi there. I am hoping that you see me and that I'm coming through. I am not sure. There we go, I guess. Hi. Um, the live chat is open from what I can tell. This is Stephanie, also known as watercolor artiste or midlife artist. However you know me, welcome. This is yet another experiment for me in live streaming. I am currently working on seeing if these live streams are working or not. I have no idea. It looks like it's supposed to be live streaming to Rumble as well as locals and YouTube and Facebook. Now, I don't know if it is or isn't. I guess I should look at these pages and see what's happening. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, I figured I'd come online and say hello. It's been over a week since I've really done anything that has been artistic. It's been quite a busy time. And so I see my Facebook's lit up. Yay, my old Facebook account anyway, not my watercolor artiste one. If you're watching from Facebook, this is supposed to be live streaming from my watercolor artiste page, but I think my main page is my original. Anyway, something I'm learning just as I'm doing this. Anyway, okay, so am I live on locals? It says I am. Okay, very good. And YouTube, I can't imagine that YouTube would allow me to live stream through Rumble, but who knows, right? It is showing that it's live streaming. Well, holy cow, would you look at that? Anyway, things I'm learning. So thanks for putting up with me as I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. But in any case, this year is going to be a big year, as challenging as it may be. I am looking forward to trying to do more artwork, get involved more in the art scene, both locally and online. And I'm sorry that my glasses are reflecting, but I have to use them because I can't see up close. Anywho, I just got notification that the local arts guild in the nearest town to me is going to be doing their September Arts Festival. And again, I had participated in that in 2023 for the first time. It was one of my firsts. And so I am working on making sure that I sign up for that arts festival where artwork of mine will be hopefully accepted for the exhibition. And we'll see. I'm hoping to get some more artwork done in time for that so I can submit the full amount that's allowed. And part of that plan is to increase a body of work. And so what I'm doing is I've been wanting to work on a series that I call Admirable Masculinity. And many of you who've been following me know that my cowboy is my first installment of that, my cowboy painting, where he's standing on a basis of honesty, which is a characteristic of a good man, along with some other characteristics that could be found in this painting. This is one I do intend to submit to that art festival in September. I'd like to have at least another 2 paintings done for that series that maybe I could also submit to the art festival. In the meantime, I'm also working on watercolors for my husband's RPG game. If you don't know what RPG is, it's a tabletop role-playing game. If you're familiar with the game Dungeons and Dragons, it's a similar gameplay. but it's a whole new world, a whole new creation that he's been working on for a couple of years all by himself. And world building from scratch is quite a project to be undergoing um, all on your own. He had anticipated doing just the artwork and then having some partners, some friends of his involved in the scene, help him with the logistics of the gameplay and the like. And that just didn't quite happen. So it's taken him a little longer than what he had planned, but he is diligently working on that. And I have come to assist him. So uh, he's asked for some backgrounds, some washes and things because he knows I'm a watercolor artist. And so I have been doing washes for him that he can use in the backgrounds of some of his images. I did this painting recently of the dark woods of Savo that he could use as well. I've got some other generic backgrounds that I gave him for his artwork. So I've been doing that. That's more of recliner art, if you're familiar with me online. When I'm stuck in the recliner because I've got canine paralysis, my canine being Jackpot, I usually have a little bit of, I got a small watercolor sketch pad and watercolors on the side table. And I'll just do some artwork there while watching TV, and he's resting in my lap. And I call that recliner art. So you'll see that from time to time. I use that as a hashtag. So feel free to peruse those through my channels when you're watching. Also, I recently did this watercolor, my Georgia Peaches, and it was just uploaded to my website, my shop website. So this original is about 14 by 10, and it's signed. And I have signed the back as well. So that's available for sale at my website, midlifeartist.com, and go to the shop link at the top of the page, and you'll see what's available in my original artworks. I soon hope to have signed prints of some of my artwork available through my shop as well, limited editions. Once I figure out how to get that to happen, I'm still learning my website. I've got learning curves everywhere. I'm learning website design. I'm learning live streaming, as you can see. I'm learning how to navigate other technology. Like in the future, I plan to try to work more with digital art as well. I've got an art tablet that from Zen Slabs for Christmas 2 Christmases ago, as well as the Art Rage Vitae. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but it's a powerful program, and I have like zero training in it. And so I need to practice that. I'd like to get good at digital art too. So when I'm in recliner art mode, I could just have my laptop and tablet and just kind of tinker around with that. So I wanted to share that's some of my current projects. I am trying to figure out for my next painting in my Admirable Masculinity series what I should be doing next. And so if you're watching, I would appreciate some input. You can put it in the comments, in the chat, on any of the social media channels that you're connected with me on. But again, my first one was the cowboy, exemplifying honesty, caring for the elderly and for animals, and hardworking, a trail boss, all those types of things, including some of the romanticized versions of cowboys as well. I'm a female. You can't have some artwork about a cowboy and not be a little bit romanticized. But I had done, a brainstorming list here about what I might try to do next for the Admirable Masculinity series. And I've had it in my head that I want to try to do like a blacksmith, strong, hardworking, but creative, with practicality, kind of all mixed in as part of a masculine icon or symbol that young people, young men, young daughters could look up to, type of thing. But I'm not sure if that's where I should go. I'm thinking different roles for men that are admirable. I'm thinking of different virtues for admirable and how I would represent that in a icon or a role. So I'm thinking like blacksmith or a firefighter, a warrior, which is not current, but doesn't have to be, I guess. But I'm trying to counteract the toxic masculinity narrative because there are so many good men that I'm privileged to know. Um, my dad, my husband, my sons. And I think this toxic masculinity narrative has really harmed men in general, but I certainly don't want it to harm my kids, my sons, my husband. There are really good men out there, my nephews. And so I wanted to counteract that with our artistic flair. So I'm thinking maybe a lumberjack or a soldier, maybe a search and rescue person. And then maybe a farmer. So I'm kind of looking at those kind of roles. I'm looking at the virtues of strength, being protective, compassionate, courageous, brave, respectful, faithful, dependable, and a provider. All those that kind of really add up to the total package, but in installments. So if you've got an idea, if there's something that pops into your head that says, what would be good for that, and you're okay with sharing with me, I'd appreciate it. And because I'm taking ideas, I'm trying to formulate that. I got to do some thumbnails and maybe gather up some reference material to kind of work from, and then come up with a composition. So yeah, that's something I want to do. I want to get started on that right away. The other thing I'm trying to do to build a body of work for this art scene and for the festival come September is add to that. If you see in the background here, you see my work in progress that's kind of been collecting dust with other things going on in my life. That is my Hadassah painting, Queen Esther. And so I've got another series that I'd like to try to develop called historical people who have, lesser known, not quite, the ones we all know, but lesser known or not as famous or not as thought of when you think of virtues or characteristics for which they have affected their cultures back in their day. And so I want to get another painting out of that as well. I think, and I don't mind that it would have a past, an ancient origin like Hadassah's, Queen Esther is biblical. I wouldn't mind doing something Egyptian nature. I love the Egyptian iconography. I love the colors and the whole. I love ancient Egyptian culture. When I look back at that in my art history books, I just find it very fascinating. I guess it's archaeological to me, and I like those kinds of documentaries and things like that. So I'm looking at expanding on that series as well. I got 2 easels, and I was hoping to get one easel doing the Admirable Masculinity series, and the other easel working the lesser known historical figures, and having a painting on each and trying to at the same time work on, when I'm done kind of working on one for the night, work on the other, and so I'm kind of completing 2 paintings at once. It hasn't really worked out that way, best laid plans. But in any case, that's what I'm kind of doing. So if you've got thoughts, ideas, if there's a lesser known historical figure that you think hasn't been well represented in the artistic world, I'm open to ideas. I don't have a lot of brainstorming lists for that one as I do the Admirable Masculinity, but I do plan to get going. I do have a deadline, which is nice to have because then you can really schedule your time. When it's too open-ended, it's too easy to have a procrastination monkey on your back and diverting your attention. Life does get in the way a lot of the times, but such is the way. And doing this part-time, I mean, I can only do so much. So I try to take it easy on myself, but at the same time, I really want to push. I really want to be successful, and I really want to make some wonderful paintings that I could be proud of come September when I'm submitting those for the festival. I am planning on adding more artwork to my webpage. Um, when and how, what it is a whole nother matter. I am looking into shipping options for paintings that are on canvas because that would require crating. So I'm looking into that. And once I have those solutions in place, I think I'll be loading some more of my acrylic and oil paintings that I'd be okay with parting with. So stay on the lookout. Keep an eye on my midlifeartist.com website. Keep connected with me on social media as I make announcements. I request that you join my locals and my Patreon. You can find the links to those as well on my contact me page of my website, midlifeartist.com. If you're familiar with my YouTube channel, those are linked in my bio. So you can find those there, as well as my Rumble channel. I have all of that located in my bio of my channel. So feel free to connect with me. There's free content as well as paid content for exclusive content, which I plan to develop as well. So join me on this journey. I appreciate your viewing. I haven't seen anything in the live chat. I'm doing this through Rumble. So if there's chatting on the other pages, they're supposed to come through, I think. And I don't see them coming through. So I could be missing something. So I apologize if I am. This is part of my learning experience. Like I said, learning curve of all this technology, things that I would never have been trained when I was back at university. So, and my nickname, Midlife Artist. Here I am in my 50s trying to figure all this stuff out all at the same time. So thank you for tuning in. I'm not going to go much longer. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. And I hope to have another video come up for some other things that I've got planned in my list that I haven't shared. Surprise, surprise. We'll see how that goes. Things I've got to figure out before I can share. Yeah, you know, steep curve. No problem. I got this, right? Oh, hi, Lynn. Thanks for chiming in. I just saw that come through. Thank you. Awesome. Thanks for joining and thanks for watching. I've got to keep doing this for a while because the more I do this, I think the better I'll get. So I appreciate y'all's patience. Thank you for watching. Thank you again. And if you've got any ideas for me, please feel free to share them in any of the ways available because I'll be watching. And thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. And until next time, good night.